Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dark Ray Gaming, and today we're continuing our Masochist run. So, if you were watching the previous episode, you saw we were climbing with a chaos list, and I did do a bit of work on this. I changed a couple of things about it. I added Big Koala with Successor Soul, just a weird sort of synergy that exists. Koala is, of course, a Garnet, but if we do draw Successor Soul, this is just removal. It's quick speed removal, it doesn't destroy, so it is something that I figured we can probably try to squeeze in. And I also added 2 Toads with 1 Sting that I forgot to include, and I haven't gotten around to looking at the extra deck, but this also can probably be tweaked. I accidentally picked up one of the structure decks, so a lot of these cards here are just cards that I don't have. I would love to play Jelly Cannon, that card would be really good for us, but everything from Suppression Collider through to Jelly Cannon is not ours. This card is a bit out of place because I opened the free pack that the game awards you with automatically when logging in, and I pulled a second copy of this. So, future Dark Gray here. Let me just interrupt the past idiot dum-dum version of myself. I made a mistake. I did not, in fact, pull this card. My memory was of me pulling it from the first free pack. And as a matter of fact, I pulled 2 copies of this in the second free pack and only dismantled the 1. Now, you'll see that this card plays a big role in the climb. I'm going to leave the win-loss ratio as is. If you have a problem with that, you can cry about it. But, moving forward, this card is not in my collection, so I will be dismantling this. And it will, of course, by extension, not be in any of my deck lists moving forward, unless I pull it again properly. I do think that the choice of deck doesn't change too much, even with this card not being in my collection. But, just to catch this before anyone says anything stupid about it. Anyways, I will throw it on right back to past self, and he can take it away with his stupid idiot dum-dum talk. And I saw this, and I thought about it, I was like, I've actually got, some warriors brewing. I've been brewing up some warrior cards in the background. I've been seeing some warrior support, I've been seeing some equip spells. So it got me thinking maybe I have something better than this in the works, something better cooking. Now, as good as Blacklist the Soldier is, he didn't come up. I mean, I don't think I summoned him a single time in a game state where it mattered, which is unfortunate. I would have really liked to have won a game with him, but I saw that I had a bunch of fire monsters, I had a bunch of warriors, I had a bunch of equips, so I took a look at what I could cook up with fire, and I think this brew is cooking. Maybe I cooked a bit too hard. So there's a few reasons that I thought about this. I mean, we pulled a second copy of Duel Academy, which turns all of our trap cards into removal if we have a warrior on the field. The other effects could come up, some of them, but I don't really care about them. This warrior effect where my traps become removal seems pretty good. It also targets any card, so it's back row removal that we don't really have access to otherwise. I put the Successor Soul package in here as well. I want to see how it does before I cut it. And then I pulled a handful of fire warriors and just warriors in general. So we pulled DD Assailant. Yeah, there's some thunder going on this side. So we pulled the DD Assailants. This is just removal. It's a bit of old school removal, a bit weird, a bit niche, but it gets the job done, and it gets around a lot of things. It gets around targeting protection, gets around destruction protection, so there's a lot of problems that can be outed with something like this. Then we've got 2 copies of Hand of the Six, which really is just a fire warrior, but if we draw both of them, then it's technically removal. Not very good, but it's removal. Then we've got some of the same old names from before. We got Dragolich, we got Green Turtle Summoner, we've got the Drillfish, we've got the Watt Tuna. a level 4 tuner that summons itself from the hand when you deal damage is actually pretty good for our standards. And then I looked at the equip spells, and I saw some really good stuff. Of course, we have the mage power, but this card, I completely overlooked it before. This card is actually crazy, if I'm understanding it correctly. If I'm understanding this right, if our opponent has 2 monsters, we can just summon a monster, equip it with this, crash into one of them, kill the other, and then we get to keep the Vicious Claw and the monster that we crashed with, and we get a token, and we get to burn them. Right? This seems just like pure value. And it doesn't seem to have any restrictions on what it can equip to, so that seems like really, really good for us. This one is block attack. It really, that's all it is. It's just block attack. But I can add it back from my grave to my hand instead of drawing, and that could matter for cards like Gear Breed, which of course is in the deck because we are playing a handful of Fire Warriors. We're even playing a Gemini monster. And we even pulled Durandal, which lets us search any Fire Warrior, including our Evocator Evec. If we manage to normal summon it, maybe we can get off its effect if we Gemini summon it. Who knows? This card is pretty good as well. It drops all our opponent's attack, and it cycles itself back to the hand if it goes to the grave. So that's kind of nifty as well. We've obviously got all of our good generic stuff. We got Canadia, we got Enemy Controller, we got Blast, we've got, you know, the trap monsters are still here, some of them. This is like a bad extender. We can summon a warrior out of our hand, which is like not great since we have to commit our battle phase, but it does mean we can reach some some synchro plays or some Xyz plays maybe. So, you know, it's there. We've got Glass Slippers, which really just drops a monster by 1,000, so it's also bad removal, but it's also an equip spell that we can have on the field for Gear Breed. 2 Toads with 1 Sting is very funny. I wonder if it'll come up. It probably will, but being an equip spell as well means it's got some synergy. We've got Warrock Orphis back. We've got this one, which if we have no cards, we can summon it from the hand, so it's just a warrior extender. This one's a warrior extender. I've currently got the Kaijus in here. I'm not sure if I'll keep them. I'll have to see. We've got our Therion, which synergizes with warriors. It is a warrior that we can summon from the hand. It's removal. It's a fire attribute. We can we can do all sorts of things with it. Valance is in here because it's a fire and it's a level 4 extender, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to keep Viscount in here. We'll have to see how it goes. And then Rose, Warrior of Revenge, which we mentioned earlier, it's a tuner. It's a tuner. So that means we can go to our Synchro 8 plays, our 7s sometimes, because a few of these are 3s. In rare cases, we can go into a 6 with Ash Blossom and a 3. And then we've got some Links and some Xyz. Currently, we don't really have a boss monster. Our best boss monster in the main deck is this, I guess, our Nimlaria. But I think we've got enough removal and enough value cards that we might be able to steal some games with this. I'm not entirely sold on Successor Soul, but I'm sure we'll draw the Koala every game going up against all these meta decks. So I think this is the deck we're going to run with for the day. And I'll just have to see how it turns out. And before we get right into it, I remember we actually have a few legacy tickets that I haven't redeemed. So let's see what we pull. Okay, Dark Flattop is unplayable. Right? I mean, I could probably Synchro Summon it, but it's useless. Clear Vice, unaffected by Clear World. That seems really bad. Dug 1 card in your grave, add it to your hand, but for the rest of this turn you can't activate cards or effective cards of the same name. It adds a card from grave to hand, which is kind of nice, but I think if you're attacking, monster destroys an opponent's by battle. That seems a bit too much setup, right? Like, you're already winning combat, but you've got a card in grave that you need to add to your hand, and it can't be a card you need to use this turn. Maybe. Light Ray Diablos need 5 or more lights. It is a payoff if I've got 5 or more lights. If I build like a light deck. Banish a light monster, target a set card, reveal it, then place it on the top or the bottom. Ooh. That's big. That is big. I can't believe that that is a big pull, but that's removal. That's spell trap removal. It's monster removal. It's a trap card to trigger our field spell. That's going to go on the list for sure. Marine Dolphin is unplayable. Vampire Baby is unplayable. Mad Sword Beast is a dinosaur, but otherwise pretty bad. Sacred Crane. Well, I mean, if we build a light deck, it probably goes in, but I don't think we have enough ways to summon it that this is relevant. Grass Phantom. That unplayable. Gains attack equal to the level of the monster that it battles times 200. So what's a reasonable stat line for this? If it battles like a 4, it goes up to 1600. Let's say it battles like an 8, it goes up to 24. That's never winning combat in a meaningful way. I can't think of any monster that it realistically counters, so not worth it. If a psychic type monster on the field will be destroyed, pay 500 and destroy this card instead. I was gonna say it can protect itself, but apparently not. White Potan can't be destroyed by battle. That's our second copy of this. Petite Dragon. It is a normal dragon, which could matter down the line, and it's a wind. That was nice. Select the monster from your field. If you have 2 or more monsters on your side of the field, and all monsters on your side of the field are in defense, the selected monster gains 700 defense. This is awful. Yeah, this is awful. This is way unplayable. Target one monster you control. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Players take no battle damage from its attacks. And if it attacks an opponent's monster, destroy that monster after damage calc. This turn, okay, so it's... I mean, it's removal? Right, you target one of your monsters, you crash it, and that destroys a card. I mean, I think I've got better removal at this point. I'll have to see. Destiny Hero monsters targeted for an attack. Nah. This one's a funny card, I remember that much. All face-up monsters are changed to attack and can't change their position and they must attack. Yeah, we don't have the tools to facilitate that. Destroys many dark contracts. We don't have any dark contracts. So I think it really is just Raigeki Break. Yep. Raigeki Break, and then whatever we find from these 4, if anything. That'll be very funny if we end up building Geminis down the line, but I don't think we are. Can't set cards face down for the rest of the turn. Okay. When it's normal to target a psychic in your grave, banish it, and if it's sent from the field to the grave, special summon the monster banished. That's not terrible. We'd need psychic monsters to do anything with that, but that's actually not that bad. Performage Mirror Conductor. It's a pendulum, it's a spellcaster. Switches current attack and defense. Once per turn, target a special, its attack and defense become equal to its current, whichever is lower. That's like some very janky stuff. I think I'd just rather have Drummerilla basically every time I have this, and Drummerilla didn't even make the cut for the most recent list. If it is face-up defense, destroy it. Ook, ook, ak, ak. Another Constellar. Right, I've got 3 of these guys now, or 4 of them. I don't think that's enough, because these are all the bad ones, but, you know. Need Chrysalises and Neospatians for that. Target an Earthbound Immortal. Cool, so it's just the Raigeki. Well, the Raigeki break, rather. So let's just go chuck that in real quick. Let's see what our fire deck can do. It's time for us to cook. And let's give this a shot. It's also possible our opponent will see our deck and our sleeves and just assume we're playing like Fire King or something. Right, they'll see all our accessories and they're like, ah yes, Fire King. I can't beat Fire King. I think we've got enough set up now that we can afford to go first. We're playing a bunch of traps, we're playing a bunch of things that trigger when we use traps. I think we can finally start going first reasonably. It's a 60 card list. Instead of connecting a normal draw, add an equip spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If you control an equip spell, place a Fire Warrior or Gemini from your grave on the bottom to draw one. Well, we'll activate this and we'll throw it back. And then we'll see what Zangetsu is playing. They're thinking in their draw phase. Oh. Oh. They're playing Blackluster Soldier like the ritual stuff? Or are they just playing this as a mechanism to summon Chaos Max? They're playing Ancient Warriors. Okay, so this was not ritual summoned using a normal monster. Gold Sarcophagus 4. During your draw, before you draw, reveal it, give up your normal draw, add a ritual spell. Opponent can activate cards or effects during your battle phase. Does this thing have any other sort of protection? Sent Fusion Armament. I'll add. During your draw, before you draw, your opponent can't activate cards or effects during your battle. When this attacking card that was ritual summoned, yeah, so it doesn't have any effects that I care about. Not in my turn, at least. And Chaos Form doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's just a normal ritual spell, and this does not matter. Okay, so I'm thinking Mage Power is a good add here. Or Staff of Despair could be fine. Vicious Claw doesn't work in this case because we need to clear this thing. Well, he only has one thing, so we can't like crash and then Vicious Claw. Okay, so what I think I'll do is, or I could grab Durandal for a warrior, but I don't think we care. If you control an equipped spell, place a Fire Warrior monster or Gemini from your grave on the bottom, draw one. I think we'll go with Archfiend's Staff of Despair. I can go Staff, loses attack equal to half the equipped monster's attack. The equipped monster would be 16, this drops to 22. I actually can't clear it then, so I do have to go with Mage Power. Yeah, Mage Power is the only way to clear this thing in combat. Okay, so we go normal summon her. Activate Mage Power. Bringing her up to 26. Then we set this, bringing her up to 3000. And we go to the battle phase. We clear this. Good to know there's no Soldier of Chaos. They take 300. And we get to trigger the Tuna. To summon it out. We go direct for 800. We go to our second main, and we can choose here. Either I can overlay, or I can link, or I can leave things as is. What am I linking for? It would be linked to sending Rose to grave, special summon Therion Bull equipping Rose, but then I don't have a fire warrior in grave to use Gearbreed in the first place. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have summoned the tuna. Getting a bit overzealous there. If they drew Duster or Storm in 60, then they're just better than me. I'm hoping I don't have to bother reading Fusion Armament. Oh, King Sarcophagus, that could be a big problem. Horse monsters can't be destroyed by card effects that don't target them. You can send a horse from your hand to the grave, send a horse, well, send a card sorry, okay, and then once per turn at the start of the damage step, if your horse monster battles an opponent, send it to the grave. Okay, so they out my character this way. Well, there she goes. Okay. You know what? Let's grab another equip spell. This time... Oh, I can grab back the mage power? That is interesting. I can grab back the mage power from the graveyard. At the start of the damage step, if your Horus battles an opponent's monster. So that's... no matter what. So let's see, I could grab Durandal or Mage Power here. I'm thinking we grab Durandal, because there's some very interesting things we can start doing with it. I do need to deal with this King Sarcophagus, though. I don't really have a clear answer for King Sark, do I? Toggle one Theron and one card. Okay, I actually do have an out then. Let's grab Durandal. Okay. Then we can go... Therion Bull Ein. Equipping Rose Warrior. Therion Bull can out the gold, the King Sark. Get rid of that. Unfortunately, this does get to trigger. Let's see what he sends. That is probably best case. We'll activate Durandal. Then we can use Gearbreed to draw a card. We can put back... let's put back Ein. Then we can go Durandal effect to search. We'll grab Evake. Okay, we can synchro into a 7 or an 8. Do any of our 7s or 8s beat Imseti? We don't have a dark for this, so... I mean, this beats Imseti if Imseti's in defense mode. Gains 400 for each plant you control. Needs a light tuner. And then these we can't summon. We can go into Magician of Hope. There might have been some kind of line, but I didn't see it. But in the next turn, I can add back Durandal with Gearbreed, draw a fresh card by cycling Rose Warrior, and see that. I mean, Gearbreed seems like a pretty decent card for us. Reveal a fusion, special summon the fusion materials whose name is mentioned on it. Okay, so it's an ultimate, yeah. I guess we're looking at Magia Turbo. Destroy face-up cards up to the number of Blue Eyes White and Blue Eyes Ultimate used from the field. So they get to destroy a card. Oh, and they get to just Magia. I probably can't beat Magia, can I? There goes the tuna. Oh, they just have game? Yeah. Well, fair enough. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the deck performed. Honestly, I think my deck way exceeded my expectations there. I mean, of course, we're playing against, like, actual competent decks. I mean, I don't know if that's competent, I'd say, but they, you know, Magia. I can't out Magia. That's not happening. And we go first. I mean, going first board was terrible there, but like I said, we do play traps. We do play reasons to flip trap cards. Connection issues? Nope. Okay. Oh yes, and I forgot to talk about Guiltia. I spotted this card in my collection as well. This card is actually really strong. I'm not sure how I overlooked it. Wait, my opponent opted... Oh, I opted to go first, right? For some reason my brain thought they won the flip. If you control no monsters, you can normal summon it without attributing, and then you can banish a card with equal or higher attack than it on your opponent's field. It's removal on a normal summon with, like, respectable stats. I don't think I currently have any targets for the discard, but down the line, maybe. Let's go Nemlaria. Let's get rid of the worst cards in our deck, which are the level 6 Synchros, I think. Let's keep the best of our level 6 Synchros. And get rid of the worst of our Xyz monsters. We summon it out so that we have a tribute for enemy controller. Do I Durandal? I'll hold on to Durandal. I'll see what I can search with it next turn, maybe. Maybe I should also put a counter for the Koala. Okay. Our opponent is playing Dragon Maids, and they seem to be playing quite slowly. It could be a bot. DQHCNM. Unless that's some kind of abbreviation, then this could very well be a bot. That would look like a bot to me. Well, we take those wins where we can get them. A win is a win, whether it comes from a bot or a player. Gold rank 2. Well, let's go again. We're dueling against the Flame God. That doesn't seem very good for us. You drew the Successor Soul as well, which is nice. Tribute an effect monster, then target. Okay, so it doesn't have to send ours, it just has to tribute it. That helps a lot. Is there a reason to pendulum scale this, or do I just normal summon this? Synchro 7 needs a light monster. No reason to do that, so I think we just normal summon this. Scout for Maxi. Dimension Shifter. Send to the grave. It sends as effect, so this works. I'll work with this. I mean, Dimension Shift is basically a neg-1 for them. I'm happy with that. So I've got Ash Blossom and Successor Soul. I mean, that's a real card. There's no way my opponent was on like 10 pi, surely. Is Pot of Prosperity Banish 6 worth Ash Blossoming? If we assume worst case it's 10 pi, they're digging 6 cards deeper. If they find the field spell, my Ash Blossom is worthless anyway. Yeah, I'll Ash this. I'm stupid as hell, I'll Ash this. It's also resistant to Called by the Grave thanks to their Dimension Shifter. They just don't have anything in these 4 cards. These 4 cards are all fake. They don't do anything. Add a Shining Sarcophagus or a spell trap that mentions it. If it's destroyed by battle or card effect, set a Stronghold. So it's this deck. This targets an effect monster specifically, not like a card on the field. I guess we let this through and we see what happens. Can't be destroyed by monster effects. During your main phase, you can add a card that mentions the sarcophagus from your deck to your hand except itself. If your opponent summons a monster except during the damage, discard a spell, target a monster, send it to the grave. Well, I definitely want to resolve this before that hits the field then. This feels so bad because that monster's already gotten its value. Oh my goodness, this is a then. Then, ah my goodness. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about the fact that this was going to not resolve properly under Dimension Shifter. Hey, this is still fine, because Guiltia checks the Dark Magician. Right? Yeah, okay. How do I clear the Shining Sarcophagus, though? I mean, there's a lot of cards that do it, I guess. There's a lot of cards that I have in the deck that out it. But I don't know what outs it nicely. Can't be destroyed by monster effects. That is a monster effect, though. That is a big token. Oh, it's on your opponent's side of the field. Wow, I did not read this properly. It's still a good card. It's just a lot less good. It's still removal. Well, let's go for this. We run out Guiltia, and we attempt to resolve his effect, and we see what happens. Infinite Impermanence. Fair enough. The equipped monster gains 300 attacks would go 2150. If it would be destroyed by battle, return it to the owner, this card to the owner's hand instead. Destroy one monster except the one that battled it, and inflict 600 damage to your opponent. Well, let's activate the Vicious Claw. And we throw it back and we see what happens. Destroy as many other cards on the field as possible. And then special summon level 7 or lower. Yeah, okay, the game's just over. This deck that people are playing now. This Yugi deck. It's an anime deck, so a lot of people are playing it. It's AirPods, so a lot of people are playing it well enough. And it's just bad enough that it can get stuck in gold. FVJ. That looks like a bot name if ever I heard one. The setup looks like a bot. The name looks like a bot. It played very quickly if it is a bot. This could be trouble. There's no like path to find Egyptian God Slime's text off of this. I know it protects other god cards from being targeted for attacks and has destruction protection of some kind. I can enemy control a turn 1 to attack to clear it, but that doesn't do enough. So I think we just set the core and we throw it back. If our opponent goes into God Slime, I can get rid of it with Guiltia. If he goes into 2 God Slimes, I'm in a bit more of a rough spot. I'll have to see how enemy controller interacts. Well, that's a God Slime. Can't be destroyed by battle, and it can't be targeted for attacks, and I can't target with card effects any monsters except for him. Okay, so he just has Ring of Magnetism for targeting and for targeting effects as well. That means I have outs, a few outs. Okay, so let's do this. We start with Duel Academy. Solemn Judgment. Oh yeah, they weren't able to respond to my Durandal because they chained Metal Reflect Slime. I was wondering, because if it is a bot, then they've been clicking yes at every window. Although they didn't click yes to negate their own effect with Solemn Judgment, so maybe not. This is just game, yes? Oh no, because this is attack higher. So I can steal this, but then I can't out this in the same turn. So I guess we have to go for this. We normal summon him. Guiltia gets to clear the God Slime. There's nothing cute I could have done with this, right? No. We force this into attack mode, which lets us clear it. Do they have the slime in hand? That's the question. Do they have the slime in hand? They do not. Good stuff. And we throw it back again. So far, I'm not too disappointed with how the deck's functioning. I mean, this is most likely just a bot that we're dueling against. Oh. No Kashtira? Not a Kashtira monster? Uh-oh. I mean, I have an out for it, but it's a slow out. And that's a Kashtira monster. This will banish... Oh, when did this hit the grave? Oh, they discarded it off of DDR. I was wondering where that ended up going to. Oh no, this thing is going to negate my turtle summoner, isn't it? That monster's effects are negated until end of this turn. Just if it battles. What do our Synchro 5s look like? We're not playing any. Well, given that we're not playing any, we should maybe be taking the Adhara out of the deck. I can link 2 with this into this guy. I'm not entirely sure how I clear the scare cache. I mean, if I could reach Crimson Blader, that would help. But this guy needs to be normal summoned twice. Well, let's try this. We go Adhara effect. I'm also not entirely sure how I out the Scareclaw cache for an extended amount of time. If I regret not going into the Shinobi Insect, I don't know. It would have been very nice to have that enemy controller right about now. Yes! At least we get to get rid of the Egyptian God Slime again. And now I need to find a way to get rid of the Scarecrow cache. Not just to get rid of it, but also to get rid of the birth that can keep bringing it back. Bloody Kashtira cards are so hard to beat. I can normal this, equip with this. Do I get to choose the battle position of the token? And the other question is, are they going to have a second monster for me to target with the Vicious Claw? If he draws a monster with 1700 attack or more, I just die anyway. So I'm going to normal summon Evocator Evec. I'm going to equip it with the Vicious Claw. That gets to trigger Birth, which I hope they do not banish my Rose, is all I hope. Well, that's not Rose. And then I need them to summon a monster. Any monster will do, but I need them to summon a monster. I should have put that in attack. I just realized any monster and I survive. And I kill them with the burn damage. I didn't even think about that. Well, if I put it in attack, then I'm on the brink of death either way, I guess. But it doesn't really make a difference. Although I suppose attack mode would have been a bad choice anyway. It would have made me more vulnerable to this. Okay, I need a normal summon. A normal summon, please. Normal summon. That's not a normal summon. Maybe they don't realize they can switch the evil token to attack mode? So close. But that... either that's an actually competent bot, or that is not a bot. I mean, I say competent. They solemn judgmented Duelist Academy, but... they actually switched their monsters' battle positions. They knew that Kashtira Scareclaw attacks while in defense mode. They didn't really pay any attention to what I was doing, but at the same time, they actually knew what their own cards did, which makes me think it maybe wasn't a bot. Well, we got Gearbreed against a 41 card list. Set to pass. Two Toads with one Sting. Who knows? Maybe it comes up. Well, let's start thrashing. Nothing here. We go in. Anything here? 21 big ones. And then I guess we'll play Gearbreed. And we'll throw it back. Okay then. Set one pass. Sure, I'm stupid as hell. I'll replace my draw with a search. Mage Power puts a serious clock on him. But I can go for that next turn. I think I'll go for Durandal. We start by punching him in the face. We go to our second main. We activate our Noble Arms Durandal and we get a search. Let's grab Rose. That way we can Synchro Summon next turn if we need to. Well, I say we can Synchro Summon. We might be able to Synchro Summon. And then we throw it back. It's Weather Painters. Can I beat the Weather Painters? Am I willing to read the Weather Painters? Okay, Weather Painter, Rainbow. This is just Omni negates. Negate attack. I'm losing to negate attack. I don't even know, bro. I can confidently say the Chaos deck would not have won that duel either. Duel Academy plus Yugioh. We don't have a trap card, though. That gives me hope. Our opponent is playing Stray Lambs and 10 cards in their extra. That's probably beatable. I don't want to waste my Yugioh on this. So hopefully I draw another monster that I can work with. After some deliberation, I can assume my opponent is playing some kind of tribute summon garbage. Or they're a bot. Considering their username, they are probably an old school Yu-Gi-Oh player. So they're probably playing some kind of tribute nonsense. So I think it makes sense for me to set the green turtle summoner. Set the Hakuero in case I need it. And then hold the rest of the cards. Main punish would be Tribute Summon Caius. Well, no, the main punish would be they do Link shenanigans. Right? But that's not likely. Not with a 10 card extra deck. And not playing Stray Lambs. Set and pass. A warrior would be very nice. Needs my opponent to have an effect monster. Well, let's start by seeing what this face down is. It's Cyber Dragons. That complicates things. Threatening Roar to protect the tokens. Okay. Set Successor Soul and... and then we throw it back. I mean, I'm not wrong. The player's clearly playing Nostalgia deck. We're not even going to tribute summon the Cyber Dragon? Or can these not be tributed, period? No, you can tribute them. Here we go. Tribute summon Cyber Dragon. Wow, our opponent took a very long time to do that. Here's the koala. Oh, beasts also get the bonus. Nice. I should check if I have any other good beast monsters. Probably not. And maybe pyros as well, but I doubt. End phase? Let's clear that back row. Oh, Duel Academy's not on the field. I'm an idiot. I forgot that I didn't put the Academy on the field for exactly that reason. It's fine. Am I gonna get magic cylindered? Close enough. That's frustrating, but honestly, not too bad. That's manageable. What the hell is this? That's a very good one. Considering what my opponent is playing, they probably have... Not sure what I was prompting them for there, but they probably have, like, Battle Fader. No, let's do this. Normal Guiltia, no effect. Special Summon Nemlaria. $43, yeah, not even close. Don't have lethal, so we just do what we can. I'm expecting a Battle Fader, so we go in with the biggest first. No Battle Fader, no Gores. No Trag. We'll set the enemy controller because... What are the odds they have another Lightning Storm? Okay, so Duelist Academy gets to clear the breaker. Now, Nemlaria locks me out of the extra deck if I use its effect, so I can't push for game with a Link monster as much as I'd like to. Right, I'm 1,000 off, so linking these two for Shinobi Insect and bringing back the Nemlaria would be game, but I can't do that. But I guess our opponent doesn't know that. We take those. None of these seem playable. Berserk Gorilla has some stats, and this is nothing. I mean, Sunlight Unicorn might actually be playable in this list, actually. We're actually playing quite a lot of equip spells. So the Unicorn might even be good. I'll have to think about it. Well, we're playing against Minecraft Villager and they made us go first. It is a 60 card list, but a 9 card extra. It could be a bot. Only time will tell. That took them a while. The good news is TG Drillfish doesn't target the Magician Girls for attacks, it can just go direct. Dark Sanctuary. That is going to be very, very annoying to deal with. Well, we try it. We'll switch the fish to defense position and hope he doesn't have anything with more than 800 attack. We'll set enemy controller, and we chuck it back. I suspect this is going to be a very long duel. We go direct again. I was gonna go into Jizukiru, but it occurred to me that Jizukiru will be a good out for Quintet Magician if they're playing it. If they're on Magicalized Fusion, they are one material away from Quintet. This is awful. This duel is so miserable. We try it. We try it, you know? We go for it. Well, it's just tails. It's simply tails. And it will simply be tails again. Nice. I'm pretty confident this is a bot, but if they find Eternal Soul, I just lose the game immediately. We simply get tails. Yes! One more time. One more time. Yes! That was way more frustrating than it had any right to be. That card should have a restriction on it. Some kind of maintenance cost. I know it's not good. It's not a good card. I know it sucks competitively. But it still feels like it should have a maintenance cost. Just because of how annoying it is. Never a good sign when your opponent leads with Gold Sarcophagus Banished Tragedy. But maybe, just maybe, they don't know what they're doing. Just maybe. Well, our opponent's username really looks like we're playing against a bot. Their deck and extract ratios also leave room for desire. Blackwing. Maybe, just maybe. Just maybe they don't know how to reach Armor Master. If their end board's not unaffected by card effects, Lightning Storm into ZS Ascended plus DD Assailant could just be enough to take control of the game. No Fire Warriors yet, but we'll find them. Well, that looks very beatable. I think we can just do this. And then we can special summon ZS. We can normal summon our Assailant. We punch for as much as we can. We overlay for Hope because it has more attack, so it's harder to get rid of. We activate Gearfried, and we throw it back. Magician of Hope pulling us through for the win. I mean, it was probably a bot, but we take those. A win is a win is a win. Okay, I need to take reinforcement of the army's troops out of this deck. We're not playing a critical mass of monsters to facilitate this, so this is just a brick. Well, if they find the FTK, then the game's over. If they don't find the FTK, they might just scoop. That is not Daki. That is also a card that is very hard for my deck to deal with. If a zombie would be destroyed by battle card effect, banish this from grave instead. If it's banished from hand or grave, special it. So I need to banish it from the field in order to get rid of it permanently. I can't out Algul Mazera, I don't think. Yeah, there's no point sticking around. I can't beat Algul Mazera. I don't think I have a single way to out it in the deck. I mean, I'll just confirm, but I don't think I have a way to out Algul Mazera at all. Oh, I have DD Assailant. And I suppose Guiltia does it as well. Yeah, I only have 2 ways to out it. Let's get rid of this one. That card is not good. And I think Spirit Burner might be not quite good enough to keep in. But I do want to leave a critical mass of equipped spells because the equipped spells are handy. And they synergize well with other things. Now I'm gonna cut Spirit Burner, and I think I'll even cut Glass Slippers. We'll run with this for now. Okay, so let's see. Default mate, default field. Strange username. Could be a YouTube plug. Tito YT. Opening hands solid. We got Ash. We got Gearfried. We got Drillfish. It leaves a bit to be desired, but it could be a lot worse. And I think Gearbreed is probably the best card in our deck. It's Plunder Patrol. Well, we're mostly fires. What attribute would that give them access to? It's Plunder. The Bran, rather. Bran is the spell trap removal. Send 1 Plunder Patrol from your hand or field to the grave, special this card from your hand. If it's in your grave, discard a card, special summon it, but you can't summon for the rest of the turn, except Plunders. I'm not a big fan of giving them a fire attribute to work with, but it's gotta be better than giving them a light, right? Yeah, this is the monster negate. Yeah, so I think it's gotta be... Well, we run out the hand. We slap him with the hand. We activate Gearbreed, and we hope that it's a bot and that we can kill him quickly. The fact that they didn't just normal up Plunder and special this tells me that they don't have a critical mass of Plunder Patrols. And if they don't have a critical mass of Plunder Patrols, that means that the duel can actually go on. So I'm thinking Gearbreed, we add Durandal and use Durandal to grab Rose Warrior. Rose Warrior, we get to either sink 7 or go battle. We probably just go battle. We do have Ash Blossom, which is just Solemn Judgment against Plunder. What the heck? Backup Operator. I was going to guess that it might be a Masochist, but I think that definitively proves that it's a bot. These bot games are really taxing because they take so long. Well, that's a hand. Well, if they have a back row sweep, we have Judgment, and if paying that 4,000 life points loses us the game, it loses us the game. Nothing we can do about it. GH23. During your main, special summon tokens during the battle. Tribute this card. Against the God cards, this is kind of not a good spot to be in. I'm gonna regret discarding Vicious Claw, but I don't want to let them have any shot at summoning God cards. I need a monster to attack with now. Like, the draw for turn needs to be something that can start swinging. Or they can just concede. My opponent saw I Raigeki braked them and they conceded. I'll take it. You know? I'll take it. Those are the sorts of wins we like to see here. Low effort and quick. Once we have a bit more of a coherent deck, we can start asking for intense back and forths. But for now, we just want an actual winnable duel. My opponent's on that promo. Makes me half tempted to just concede, but no, they have to earn it. Especially if they're playing with a 14 card extra. Oh, that's a koala. Well. This doesn't do anything with zombies, right? Nope. Dogmatica. Well, let's try this. Okay. Is it worth Hakueroing just to punch them in the face? No. What the heck? I guess Gravekeeper Dogmatica kind of makes sense. I couldn't care less about the 1800. That doesn't matter to me. Okay. That could actually be very useful here. The fact that they don't have Necro Valley on the field means that Dream Devourer is in a good spot. I don't want to let them dump a monster from their extra decks, so we just do this. Spellcaster doesn't do anything here, yeah. More back row. Yeah, I take 18. Well, that might come up later, but for now, we keep going. Okay, I need to draw my second copy of Duel Academy. The second copy of Duel Academy would be very clutch right about now. I mean, that puts Lightning Storm even further offline. And none of the cards it can search do any good for me. So we throw it back and we just hope. They don't have a Gravekeeper in hand, otherwise they would have used this immediately. So I just need not to have a normal summon. There we go. And then I need to draw. Oh my god, they drew a fucking monster. Okay, here we go again. Oh. This hand does absolutely nothing, so I'll simply set Nalu and pass. For anyone wondering why Nalu's in the deck, it's a warrior, and in the graveyard it can become a fire warrior. It's probably the worst normal summon that I'm running. Double evolution pill. If this is the end of their turn, I can beat this. Like, if that's the only thing they do. Okay, no, that... Right, because, like, I already have the Outfit Conductor in my hand. But, yeah, the Scrap Raptor coming down just ends the duel. Assailant, Storm, Judgment, and a Trap Monster. And a Kaiju. I mean, Storm and Judgment are nice to see. But the game is already over. They can't realistically beat Dark Worlds with this deck. I mean, maybe. Huge maybe. If I were playing the Chaos deck, I could banish their cards one by one and maybe win that way, but that's wishful thinking at that point. Maybe I should stop going first with this deck. Swords of Revealing Light? That's something I could maybe beat. Tenpai? Not something I can beat. But we'll try. Username like that could very easily be a bot. Okay. I can Storm for the 2 spell traps, or I can Storm specifically for this. But it gets to summon another more Marshmallows from hand deck or grave if I do. So I guess we just go for the spell traps. The Dolce Promenade. Oh, we'll summon the Assailant. We'll hit for as much damage as we can get in the meantime. I just need... Oh, while you control Shining Sark. Huh. That's a much smaller issue than I thought it would be. They don't have Duster. Duster's not a real card. Well, that confirms it. It's a bot. Well, we take them. There's a lot of bots in gold by the look of things. I suppose it makes sense. They demote from platinum and then they get stuck in gold, where they ramp up until the end of season where they get stuck in platinum again. You know, the koala is showing up a lot. And I'm not opening any trap cards when I go first. Hand like this would have been perfect with one trap card. Like if the big koala was a trap, then we'd be able to go Duel Academy, summon Assailant, set a trap. As is, we kind of have to just hope that our opponent is a Duel Links player and they don't realize that they can attack us this turn. I'm not writing it off just yet. It's Blue Eyes, but this is a very bad card. This, on the other hand, is not such a bad card. And DD Assailant already technically outs it. Oh. Do I have enough life points to deal with Chaos Max though? I have a Kaiju that I can out it with. My Assailant technically outs it. Oh, that's just the end of the game. That's a second Chaos Max in hand, I suppose. Well, you know, sometimes your opponent opens double Chaos Max. Okay, maybe I should be going second. I didn't draw any of my warriors, but I mean, I drew Dragolich, Mage Power. Burden of the Mighty. I mean, I guess I know what my target is. If I can reach Magician of Hope, that's probably my line. This is just attack? Yeah. Well, let's see where this goes. This does seem like my opponent is playing a deck that I could reasonably beat. Destroyed by battle, special Harpy from the deck. If it's destroyed by a Harpy card effect, target a Harpy in your grave, special it. Because currently I don't have a convincing out for Burden of the Mighty. And as frustrating as it is... Fire Hand. This has to be destroyed by battle, right? Opponent's card. It is a when. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this thing miss timing. I'm not seeing a good way to do that. Okay, now I have a battle phase. So I think I know how to deal with this. We can out the Fire Hand with a Kaiju, we can out the Kaiju with Guiltia, and then we can use a Maze Attraction with Duel Academy to out the Burden of the Mighty. Big Koala, exactly the card I wanted to draw. Anyways, let's try this. Wait. This first. If they have a way to stop my Guiltia, then this is just a big old mistake. I mean, they have something that can be activated here. Whatever this is, it's chainable. And I don't like the fact that it's chainable. Oh, I could have just out of the hand. I forgot Burden of the Mighty drops my attack. Well, I just wasted a Kaiju. I hope I just wasted a Kaiju and they don't actually negate this, in which case it's a lot worse. Yeah, that was a mistake. I forgot that the attack drop would apply to this. That is incredibly annoying. You know what? They don't have anything with more than 1850 attack. I'm confident. They have no out to this. This monster is too big. What the hell is this? What the hell am I playing against? I am playing against some playground stall deck, is what I'm playing against. No reason to summon Thrasher, it's not big enough to clear the Swordsman of Revealing Light, so I just have to wait 2 million years. Hilarious. My Drillfish will drop to 0, making it unable to deal battle damage. Hysterical. Second copy of Duel Academy would be fine, except that this face down is almost certainly another Storm Duster. Well, let's do this. Is the face down a fucking bottomless trap hole? Nope, it's Torrential Tribute. Mirror Force? Whatever it is, it's chainable, so it's probably not Mirror Force. But it could be Raigeki Break, it could be Reinforcements, it could be, considering the garbage they're playing, it could be Castle Walls. Raigeki. I'm losing to a person non-ironically playing Guardian Axe Grorl. Yes, juice up that hand. We flip it face down. And we special out Saracenia at the same time. Nice little freebie. So, the hand needs to destroy a spell trap that I control, and then they can summon a fire hand? Cool. Certainly not how I expected that duel to go, but I will take it. I'll take it. It's a win. I don't know why they surrendered, but after as long as it took to get that far, I am not going to complain. Another instance where you guys will get the short version. You'll get the abridged duel. But the turn counter should be enough to communicate my agony. Well, let's do what we can. Hope they max see me. Nope. Okay. Cool. So they have Infinite Impermanence, or Effect Veiler, or Max C in the hand. Judging by that lingering in end phase, I would guess Max C. And if they're playing any of those cards, it means they're probably on a competent strategy. Tenpai. Well, we try. We do what we can. I'm not sure what Tenpai is doing in gold at this point in the season, but you know, Tenpai is in gold at this point in the season, then it really does just sound like a skill difference. What does my rank 3 even do? Detach material, inflict 100 to your opponent for each of your opponent for your banished monsters. Well, that would be 0. So we just normal summon evoke. Max C? Sure, knock yourself out, buddy. Knock yourself out. I have 0 intention of summoning. Where did they summon the Pydra to? They summoned it to the far right. That's concerning, because it means my opponent knows about zone managing. And if they know about zone managing, I can't just sit on Shinobi Insect and hope that they summon to the middle zone. I guess it really boils down to, do they have a Tenpai or do they not? If they have any of the Tenpai names, the game is over. If they don't, then the game's over, but maybe in the other direction. This is the one that revives. Cool. Next. Okay, I'm guessing our opponent is on Blue Eyes. Just a hunch. I don't have anything concrete really to go on, but I have some suspicions. But really, it could be anything. This is probably a stone. Is there anything I can do about it? Nope. Can't do anything about it, so we just pretend it's not. That is not a stone. That is certainly not what I expected. What the heck? Okay. It could be a masochist, I guess. It very well could be another masochist. But I suspect it's someone who's cooking a little bit too hard. Okay, that's 3 level 4s. I can't do anything about that either. Tribute it, and if you do. Tribute a monster. Target a monster your opponent controls with 2000 or more attack. Tribute it, and if you do. Special summon Gept from hand, deck, or grave. I don't think you will. Can't tribute my monster if I tribute it first. We'll just take this, so he's left with 1 level 4 monster, and hopefully has nothing else. End phase. Resolve enemy controller. Goes back to my opponent. Okay, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a photo on a galaxy spell trap. So let's make sure it's not sent to the grave. We'll do that by going normal summon Yugioh. Yugioh effect. We get to banish this. That way it doesn't go to graveyard, and his attack drops. Then we can go Nemlaria. Get rid of these 3. We get him out. We go to battle, and we run it over. We wallop him in the face. I'm pretty sure we didn't have a line to lethal there. We could have done, at max, 1000 more damage. Yeah. Now, do I do 2 toads with 1 sting? Target 1 monster, summon it to your opponent's field, negate its effects equipped with this card. When it leaves the field, destroy that monster. Or when this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. The equipped monster can't attack or be targeted for an attack. I can't... Oh, I can out it with... If I need to, I can out it with Radiant. Okay, and then they're gonna overlay. They are. Why, thank you very much. Oh, and I get an attack boost. How sweet. Ha. We take those. We get that win. And just like that, we're welcomed into Platinum rank. That was surprisingly quick. I won't lie, the climb was surprisingly quick. Let's pick ourselves up our rewards. Of these, I think it's gotta be Imperm or Droplet. Nibiru's good. And it's like a turn ender for some decks. But I think it has to be either Imperm or Droplet. I think we need more hand traps. So Imperm, I think, gives us better value. So here's our reward for Platinum. Let's see what we get. Another rocket monster, that's good. Primal Dragon the Primordial. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. Banish a dragon from the grave. This card gains attack and defense equal to that monster's attack. If it's tributed, you can target one monster you control. It can make a second attack. Maybe in a dragon deck down the line. It is a light monster as well. And it is a 2000 normal summon. Magic Key unlocking. If we pull some more Magic Key stuff, maybe. Jacobolin. Well, a lot would need to go right for it, but maybe if we build zombies. Ausa, the bad one. A warrior. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, if you have another ninja, banish this to target the attacking monster and negate the attack. It's Secure Gardener if I control a ninja. Oh, if I have a ninja in the grave. That is a terrible card. Onigami Combo. Target a face of Xyz and detach all of its material. It can attack twice. Definitely not right now. Target an attack position, change it to defense. For the rest of the turn, your monsters can't attack except to attack that monster. And if your Cyberse monster attacks it, inflict piercing. It's a level 4 light with pseudo removal, so maybe. Dual Avatar Fabled. Send one card from your hand to the grave, special summon a level 3 Fabled monster from your hand. Don't Fableds usually discard from hand? It is a light fiend, so if Fiendsmith comes out and we get some Fiendsmith cards, maybe. But aside from that, it's a tuner. That seems kind of bad unless you have a lot of Fableds. I mean, I did pull the Ritual Beast Link monster, but I think I need a lot more Ritual Beasts for that to even be worth considering. Second copy of Dragon Nails. I mean, it is a decent card. And then a Libromancer card, we'll need to pull more Libromancers for that. Ritual archetypes are very hard to access. This is Spellcasters? Yep, Spellcaster support. We are building up a decent amount of Spellcaster support. Dark Pendulums. It's not the good one. I was hoping it was just the one that needed 2 level 4s. Another Fandora. That Fur Hire engine's coming up. Okay, we got some Fiends. Tribute to target a normal trap that's banished from the grave. Set it, but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. Maybe. Down the line. Not right now, but maybe. 2 level 3s. Cures the Ogdotic Light. We had another. Oh, we actually have another one of this card. I was like, we have another Ogdotic. Nope, this is the one we have. Okay. Not really what you want to see. Primeval Concrete. This one I remembered is like decent. If a monster is sent from your opponent's hand or deck to the graveyard, reasonably easy to achieve. Special it from your hand in face down defense. If it's flip face up, target 2 on the field to destroy it. If a monster is sent from your opponent's hand or deck to the graveyard. I'm trying to think if like Blue Eyes does anything like that, because that's like a deck that we can realistically beat, that we're likely to encounter. Everything else is like meta, and if a meta deck is sending cards from their deck to the graveyard, this probably won't be good enough. But who knows? It is a good card. Gusto Falcon, that's like our 3rd or 4th Gusto monster. Dollhouse, is this the bad one? Target a normal monster in your grave with 0 attack or defense, or if you control Cologne, target 2, summon 1 monster from your deck with the same name. Another Noble Arms card. Squamata, that's a good one. It's a spellcaster, it's dark, it's level 4, it's a Shabdol monster, it's a Man-Eater bug, this is a good card. Fafnir's the field, we'll need a lot more Drytrons for that. I was joking about the spiritual beasts. We would need so many of them. I mean, this card's good, but we would need so many. We would need so many ritual beasts for a deck like that to be functional. And I'd have to learn all of the cards, like it's a lot to learn as well. A 2nd Cypher Mirror Knight. 3 level 9s. When a Cypher is destroyed by battle, sent to your grave, discard this card. No. Magician's Left Hand. If we do start playing spellcasters, though this is the one that negates traps, which is kind of Time Lord. What does this one do? If your life points is lower than your opponent's, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference. So it equalizes life points. I mean, the Time Lords are indestructible, so they're not unplayably bad. Okay, another Vision Hero. We're pulling a lot of Vision Heroes. And Moraltac. Moraltac's not bad. I don't currently have a good way to trigger it. I mean, I can trigger it with the field spell with Duelist Academy. But if I do that, then it will be a waste, right? I'm using a pop to get a pop a face-up card. Yeah, I don't think that's a good synergy. I can't think of anything else I have that would trigger it. Priestess with Eyes of Blue. Stardust Monster, definitely not playing that. Do I have any True Dracos? I think I might have had one. It's a ritual spell for Prediction Princess. I probably should have actually read the BES card. Some of them are just free summons. Oop. That's a good card. That's a very good card. That probably goes in everything from here. I pulled Alpha, the Electromagnet Warrior, as well, so who knows? Maybe we pull Beta, and then Berserkion, and then we can actually try playing that stuff. Mecha Phantom Beast, Jakku Jaculuslan. I don't think I have enough Mecha Phantom Beasts for that. I definitely don't have enough Ancient Gears for this. 2 level 4 Waters. I don't think I have enough Waters for this. Ojama Yellow, Black Garden. We have Strike Ninja, but I don't think we can reliably dodge Black Garden, so we can't play Garden Stun. Another Valence. Is this also a free summon? Nope, you need the field spell. Unfortunate. Divine Wrath, that's playable. Heroic Gift. Make your opponent have 8,000 life points. Draw 2. I mean, the draw 2 is great, but the condition is just abysmal. I don't care about giving them 8,000 life points and drawing to draw 2 cards. That's absolutely worth, but the... Yeah. When a monster declares an attack, discard a card specialist to your opponent's field. If it's special from the Pendulum Zone, the owner of this card reveals 3 Abyss scripts. Not happening. Their opponent randomly picks 1 to set their field. Also, if this card is destroyed, shuffle an Abyss script spell. Not good. A second Poisoner. Watt Cannon. What we got? He's back from last episode. He decided to join us. I can't play this. It's a win condition, yes, but it's so bad. I mean, how often do I have 3 monsters on the field that I can just tribute summon? Right? Like 3 monsters and a normal summon that I can just say, yep, here comes Obelisk. Maybe if I build like a Pendulum Soup or something at some point. It is a god card. But I don't think he'll fit into anything. Cimoooooooo, Bird of Ancestry. That's another winged beast that we can play. Another copy of Priestess. This is like the really, really bad one, isn't it? When a card effect is activated, send 1 effect you control to the grave. And if you do, add 2 Blue Eyes to deck from deck to hand. This, wow. Yeah, no, that card's unplayable. X-Saber, support. If this card is special summoned, equip a face-up monster to this card. At the start of the damage, if it battles an opponent's monster with the same type of attribute as the monster equipped by this, destroy that monster. So it's bad Catastor if it was special summoned, and it's a level 5. I don't have any good ways to summon this. I know in sharks and in fish there might be some way to summon this, because obviously it's a level 5 fish. But I don't have any way of summoning it. This needs an Altergeist card, yep. Earthbound Servant. Don't need to read any more. Broken Bamboo Sword, a second copy. Blue Brawler. This is a machine and can't be destroyed by battle. Blue Brawler. Another DD. Ocean Dragon Lord. We don't have Umi. Need more rescue aces for that. This is a Cyber Dragon, but another one that's like bad. Oh, it's a second copy of one. I have 2 of this. Okay. Flamvel Commando. Nope. I'll have to look at spellcasters. I don't think they're going to outpower my warrior deck at the moment. But this is a good card. So that was an opening. Obelisk the Tormentor decided to join the fray. Well, quick refinement, and then I'll add, and then I'll win one more game to get the 10 in a row as well. Well, 10 in a row. The 10 wins. Well, let's start with some obvious ones. Divine Wrath needs considering. Ice Dragons, Infinite Impermanence. Okay, let's win this one. I'm gonna go first. I will simply open a warrior, the field spell, and 3 trap cards. I was right about one of the 5 cards in hand. I'm perhaps loaded up on too much removal to be going first. Drillfish does nothing going first, Guilty does nothing going first, my Kaiju does nothing going first. Medolce. So I'm just gonna expedite the process. Platinum rank, certainly a rank to be in. And I suspect that this is a bot. Do you reckon that the koala is really big, or that the trees are really small? Maybe those are just like really small trees. They're like bushes, like little twigs. Ah well, we take these. It's always anticlimactic to go out on a bot fight. But we take them anyway. It's a free win. We can't turn gift packs in the mouth. Water Dragon Fairy. And I think that's gonna be it for now. I'll open up those packs at the start of the next one. But for now, I think Fire Warrior is what we're going to be rolling with for a little while. Who knows, maybe the next 10 packs unlock so much support that we can play Obelisk. Who knows? Right, if we get a way to summon God Slime and we get a God Slime, then maybe. But until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.